Olympische Spelen boekje voor Tokio en voor Parijs. In 21 was ik heel blij.
Femke Bol, one of the most dominant athletes in track and field, has completely changed the game. Known around the world for her brilliance in the 400 meters hurdles, Bol just announced she's stepping away from her signature event to chase something no one saw coming, the 800 meters. The decision didn't just surprise fans, it sent shockwaves through the entire athletics world. "I'm moving to the 800 meters, Bol declared in a video posted on social media, closing a chapter that included world records, Olympic medals, and Diamond League dominance. For an athlete still in her prime, at just 25 years old, the decision is bold, risky, and thrilling all at once. In an exclusive press conference with Citius Mag and other select media, Bol explained the thinking behind this radical shift. "It's a really nice challenge. We've had it in our minds for a long time. I want to test my limits and push my limits in this event," she said. After years of dominating the 400 meters hurdles, Bol reflects on her journey. "I will still love the 400 meters hurdles, but I'm really fulfilled with what I have achieved. Her success in the event is undeniable, but now she's ready for a new challenge." That statement carries weight. Bol is a two-time world champion in the 400 meters hurdles, 2023 and 2025, a double Olympic bronze medalist, 2021 and 2024, and holds the European record of 50.95, the second fastest time ever, behind only Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. She's also won 5 consecutive Diamond League titles and helped the Netherlands win global relay medals. So why leave all of that behind? Part of the answer lies in Bol's relentless desire to evolve. "It's a risk I want to take," she said. "I don't know how fast it will be. I don't know if it will be possible, but we will try everything in our power to get there." And the 800 meters is no joke. In recent years, the event has seen historic performances, with Keely Hodgkinson and Lilian O'Dira running under 1:55, a time range once associated with the highly suspicious doping era of the 1,980 seconds. To appreciate just how intense the 800 meters has become, it's important to recognize the level of competition Bol is stepping into. Athletes like Keely Hodgkinson have been setting the pace with times that flirt with world records. Georgia Hunter-Bell has brought renewed depth to the event. Mary Moraa, the 2023 world champion, has also shown stunning range and tactical skill. These women aren't just fast, they're strategic, experienced, and battle-tested over 2 laps. Bol knows this won't be easy. Her personal best in the 800 meters, 2:19:51, set as a teenager back in 2017. The longest all-out interval she's run in training, a solo 600 meters in 1:23 indoors. For comparison, Hodgkinson holds the indoor 600 meters world record at 1:23:41. Bol's coach, Laurent Meuwly, has always believed in her potential to take on new challenges. "For me, I'm always thinking a bit ahead and always had this as a possibility." From a coach's perspective, it's a really nice challenge. It requires some courage and ambition to go in this direction. But it's not a completely crazy decision, he said, confident that Bol has what it takes to succeed in the 800 meters. Meuwly has coached 800 meters runners before and is working closely with physiology experts to adapt Bol's training. The shift is already in motion. They've shortened the off-season, prioritized aerobic development, and introduced more volume work via cross-training on the bike, elliptical, and cross-trainer. Still, Bol isn't abandoning her roots entirely. Elements of hurdle training, mobility, coordination, and rhythm will stay in the program. "I will miss my hurdles. I love the hurdles, but I also think I love challenges. I love to push myself." This level of commitment isn't just physical, it's mental. Bol admitted to moments of doubt. "I'm always doubting myself a bit." Laughs, "I will try everything in my power to get there" among them. The announcement has stirred excitement across the track world. Olympic champion Keely Hodgkinson replied to Bol's Instagram post with, "Can't wait to share the start line." Georgia Hunter-Bell, a world silver medalist, called it, "so exciting." Sprinters, middle-distance runners, and even marathoners voiced support. But for all the applause, questions remain. Can Bol truly compete against the best 800 meters runners in the world? How fast can she go, and how long will it take? Historically, this kind of switch is rare. Lashinda Demis, Irina Privalova, and Shamir Little all dabbled in the 800 meters with modest results. Even Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone laughed off the idea of moving up. "No comment," she said at the 2023 Worlds. But Bol is different. Her unique mix of 400 meters speed, hurdle rhythm, and endurance makes her a potential game changer. Meuwly believes that's exactly what gives them a shot. He added that success will come in stages. As a first step, running fast will come naturally. But competing for medals, that's going to take time. We've got 3 years to prepare for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, and that's the roadmap we're following. Bol won't be using her wild card to compete in the 400 meters hurdles at the World Ultimate Championships, nor will she use her bye for the 2027 World Championships unless her 800 meters progress stalls. The focus is entirely on becoming a world-class 2-lap runner. Alongside her individual goals, Bol will continue to support the Dutch 4x400M relay teams whenever schedules align. The relay is really important to me, and I also get a lot of joy out of it. It's a point of pride to run for your country, she said. Her training is already adapting. While she'll run less frequently than typical 800 meters runners to protect her speed, she'll compensate with higher aerobic volume in non-impact formats. This also means a psychological shift. The 800 meters is a chess match, not a sprint. Bol is ready for that too. In a sport often criticized for being predictable, Bol's announcement is a breath of fresh air. It reminds us that athletes, even those at the top, can still dream, risk, and reinvent themselves. Even within her own training group, Bol's transformation will bring ripple effects. Younger athletes like Eveline Salberg, who has dabbled in both the 400 meters and 800 meters, may find new motivation seeing their teammate embrace this monumental switch. And with Coach Meuwly publicly stating that he views Bol as a once-in-a-generation athlete, there's a growing sense that we're watching history unfold in real time. Fans across the globe are already speculating what times Bol might post in her debut season. Will she crack 2 immediately? Can she compete for European gold in Birmingham? Could she eventually break Ellen van Langen's 1:55.54 Dutch national record? These aren't just hypotheticals, they're the kinds of questions that electrify a sport always hungry for the next big thing. With her diary open to a new chapter, literally, Bol left fans with a quote that captured the moment: "If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough." It's a sentiment that rings true for anyone watching this evolution unfold. Femke Bol isn't just running a new race, she's rewriting what it means to be fearless in track and field. And as she prepares for 2026 and beyond, one thing is clear: the track world hasn't seen the last of Femke Bol. Not by a long shot.
Come on in.
Noah Lyles just made a choice that could change track and field forever. Let me explain what happened. Right now, there's a battle going on in track and field. 2 leagues are fighting for the future of the sport. One of them is winning big, the other one is falling apart. And Noah Lyles just picked a side. The first league is called Grand Slam Track. It was started by Michael Johnson, one of the greatest runners of all time. Johnson announced this league with $30 million from big investors. He wanted to give athletes a chance to make good money all year long, not just at the World Championships. The idea sounded amazing. 4 big events in different cities, big prize money, a chance to make track and field as popular as the NBA or NFL. Noah Lyles heard about it. Johnson wanted him to join, but Lyles said no. He had questions, big questions. In March, Lyles talked about it publicly. He said, "I would love nothing more than for this to be successful, because if it does, the amount of benefits it would provide, this could be a way for athletes to not have to only rely on world championships." But then he said something else, something important. He said, "Money is not the thing that's going to drive me every time. Who are your outside sponsors? Who are your non-track and field sponsors? I haven't even heard a block sponsor." That was a problem, a big problem. Lyles kept saying the same thing in interviews and podcasts. If Grand Slam Track wanted to succeed, it needed big sponsors, big names, big stars. Without those things, the league couldn't offer real value to athletes. That's why he didn't sign up. Lyles also said he needed to see a TV deal. He told ESPN, "The problem with our sport right now is we have great performances, but nobody is able to see it." Turns out, Lyles was right, really right. Grand Slam Track held 3 events: Kingston, Miami, and Philadelphia. Then they were supposed to have a big finale in Los Angeles. That event got canceled. The whole thing fell apart. Why? Money problems. Big money problems. The league now owes $19 million, $11 million to athletes who never got paid, $8 million to vendors. Some winners from the first event still haven't seen their prize money. A big investor pulled out after the first event, just walked away with millions of dollars. The league couldn't pay anyone. Stadium attendance was low, not many people watched on TV. Costs kept going up. Everything crashed. In June, things got really bad. Michael Johnson had to cut staff salaries by 15%. Athletes started talking to lawyers. Their agents said patience was running out. Johnson sent a message to investors saying, "Today is the beginning of Grand Slam Track's reboot. We apologize for the frustrations and hardships caused by the payment delays." In September, some investors gave emergency money to help, about 8 figures, which means at least $10 million. That money paid about half of what the league owed to athletes. But that still leaves half unpaid, and the vendors still haven't been paid at all. The 2026 season? On hold. Michael Johnson admitted the league is struggling. Nobody knows if Grand Slam Track will survive. Now let's talk about the other league. The one that's winning. It's called Athlos. It was started by Alexis Ohanian. You might know him as the guy who created Reddit. He's also married to Serena Williams. But here's something cool about Ohanian. He grew up only watching men's football. His dad would change the channel if women's sports came on TV. Now he's investing millions into women's track and field. Why? Because the numbers showed him something amazing. Female track stars have huge followings on social media. Sha'Carri Richardson has 4 million Instagram followers. Alicia Schmidt has 5.5 million. You know how many Noah Lyles has? Only 1.6 million. The world's fastest man has fewer followers than female sprinters. That told Ohanian everything he needed to know. Ohanian said, "For me, as a social media guy, I didn't care what the TV ratings of these sports were. I was looking on the free market of the internet, where Instagram is the biggest market for attention." He saw what Grand Slam Track missed. Track stars can go viral in 45 seconds. A great race is perfect for social media. But athletes disappear after the Olympics. They vanish for 4 years. Athlos wants to change that. The first Athlos event happened in September 2024. They only had 5 months to plan it. But they brought in 35 of the world's best female athletes. They got Megan Thee Stallion to perform. Over 3 million people watched. The event was a huge success. For the second event in October 2025, they went even bigger, way bigger. They held a long jump competition in Times Square, right in the middle of New York City, in front of the Sephora and Disney stores. Tara Davis Woodhall won with a jump of 6.81 meters. She said, "I've been coming to New York since I was 16 years old, and the first time I ever stepped in Times Square, I was like, I want my face on the billboards. To have a full circle moment of when I was just a kid dreaming of this moment, it's pretty surreal and kind of emotional." The next day, they moved to Icon Stadium for 7 events. Olympic champions competed. Faith Kipyegon, Marilady Paulino, Keely Hodgkinson, and Masai Russell all raced. The winner got $60,000. Sixth place still got $2,500. And here's the best part. The money went into their bank accounts instantly through Cash App. No waiting. No excuses, just instant payment. For breaking a world record, that's an extra $250,000. They also gave 10% of all revenue directly to the athletes. They had DJs playing music between races, Ciara performed after the events, Serena Williams showed up to honor the retiring Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. The whole thing was a spectacle, professional and entertaining at the same time. And guess who showed up? Noah Lyles. On October 9th, Lyles went to the Times Square long jump event with his fiancée, Junelle Bromfield. Athlos posted a video of him on Instagram, and Lyles reshared it on his own Instagram story. That's a public endorsement. That's choosing a side. Remember, this happened while Grand Slam Track was drowning in $19 million of debt, while athletes from Grand Slam Track were still waiting to get paid, while the whole league was falling apart. Lyles' choice sent a message. A loud message. Last year, at the first Athlos event, Lyles had already shown support. He posted on Twitter saying, "I love these introductions at Athlos. I want to hear even more energy when announcing these women. Forget trying to sound professional, let's get loud and extra." He saw what Athlos was doing differently. They told stories about each athlete before their race. They made it entertaining. They made it exciting. Now, Ohanian is expanding even more. In 2026, Athlos is becoming a team-based league, like Formula One but for track and field. Sha'Carri Richardson, Tara Davis Woodhall, and Gabby Thomas are becoming advisor owners. Athletes will have ownership in the league. They'll help make decisions. By the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, Ohanian wants events across the country, maybe around the world. He said, "There's no finish line in this race, it's just relentless improvement and execution." For Grand Slam Track to survive, it needs more than money. It needs to fix its culture. It needs to rebuild trust. Athletes need to believe in it again. Ohanian said, "I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. I hope those athletes get paid. I hope there is a second act for Grand Slam, especially for those athletes and for all those folks who are working on it. But he's focused on building Athlos, not saving Grand Slam Track." So what does Noah Lyles' choice really mean? It means the world's fastest man looked at both leagues and made a decision. He saw one league with big promises that couldn't deliver. He saw another league that started small but kept every promise. One league couldn't pay its athletes. The other league put money in their accounts instantly. One league canceled events. The other league held a competition in Times Square.
Open him up, so let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is out of this world. 20.07.
Wow.
That is not human. And let's wait for the swim. Let's wait for the adjustment.
The clock was about to display numbers nobody expected. Peter Norman's record stood for 56 years. Usain Bolt's mark lasted 21 years. Both were about to fall. Then, a teenager named Gout stepped on the track in Brisbane. What happened at the Queensland Sport and Athletics Centre made the whole world pay attention. Gout ran 20.04 seconds in the 200-meter final at the 2024 Australian All-Schools Championships. The performance shattered Australian and Oceanian records while destroying Usain Bolt's world age 16 best of 20.13 seconds from 2003. At just 16 years old, the Queensland teenager became the second fastest under 1.8 runner in history. Only one under 1.8 mark stands ahead of Gout on the world list, American Arion Knighton's 19.84. With his breakthrough, the Australian now sits joint 6th on the global under 2.0 rankings, remarkable for a 6-year-old competing against athletes up to 4 years older when they set their times. These are adult times, and me, just a kid, I'm running them. It's going to be a great future for sure, Gout said after erasing the longest-standing sprint record in Australian history. That mark belonged to Peter Norman, whose 20.06 at the 1,968 Mexico City Olympics earned silver in one of the most iconic races ever. Norman's record stood firm for more than 5 decades, resisting every Australian challenger until Gout toppled it at 16. His 2-day showcase began with the 100 meters. In the heats, Gout sped to a 10.04 with a plus 3.4 meters per second wind, the 4th fastest under 1.8 performance ever, and the 5th fastest by any Australian in all conditions. He then won the final in 10.17 with a legal plus 0.9 meters per second breeze, breaking the national under 1.8 record previously held by Sebastian Sultana. The double gold announced a new force on the global stage. "I have always done what I said I will do," Gout said. "If I said something, it's on my mind, and I am pursuing it until I do it." Born the 29th of December 2007 in Ipswich, Queensland, Gout is one of 7 children of Monica and Bona, Dinka refugees from South Sudan who arrived in Australia in 2005. The family name, originally romanized as Gwat or Gwat, was misspelled as Gout during transliteration in Egypt. It's pronounced to rhyme with pout.
His name is Gwat. It's supposed to be G-U-O-T. When I see people call Gat, I'm not really happy for it.
Bona
Gout's
has
father
voiced interest in restoring the original spelling to avoid confusion with the disease. Gout attends Ipswich Grammar School and first excelled in soccer before committing fully to track, a choice that altered his path. His rise accelerated in 2025. On March 16 at the Queensland State Championships, he blasted a wind-assisted 19.9, 8 plus 3.6, to win the under 2.0 200 meters, becoming the first Australian to break 20 seconds in any conditions. He admitted the start was shaky and motivation lagged until the bend. Feeling the tailwind, he drove home and celebrated when the clock rounded down under 20. Earlier that day, he ran a legal 20.05, plus 1.2, in the heats, the fastest time in the world that year across all ages, surpassing Zimbabwe's Makanakaisha Charamba, 20.13. April delivered another leap. At the Australian Athletics Championships in Perth on April 13, Gout twice stopped the clock at 9.99 inches, the 100 meters first with plus 3.5 and then plus 2.6 wind before winning the 200 meters senior title in 19.84. Though wind-assisted, the performances secured his selection for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. His European debut on June 24 at the Golden Spike in Ostrava proved he could do it legally too, a 20.02 with 0 wind, an Oceanian record that bettered his 20.04 from December.